The Ankh is the oldest symbol in continuous use on Earth. 5,000 years carved into temple walls from Abydos to Philae. Mainstream Egyptology calls it a fertility loop, but 3 specific star alignments are encoded in its geometry, and the orthodox account refuses to engage with any of them. I am not going to tell you ancient astronauts built the pyramids. I am going to walk you through 3 astronomical fits that are documented in pyramid texts, in temple azimuths logged by the Egyptian Antiquities Authority, and in star catalogs from the First Dynasty around 3100 BCE. The faction line on this is sharp. Erich von Daniken's Zechariah Sitchin and Graham Hancock built careers on the idea the Ankh encodes star data. Kenneth Fader and Brian Dunning say that is pareidolia in a stick figure. The documented record sits in between, and almost nobody actually quotes it. Start with the symbol itself. The Ankh is not a stick figure. It is a precise composite, a teardrop loop, a horizontal crossbar, a vertical stem. The teardrop is not a circle. It is consistently drawn as an oval that elongates toward the top. Hold that detail. It is the first piece of evidence. Alignment 1. The heliacal rise of Sirius. Around 3100 BCE, when the First Dynasty began consolidating Egyptian rule, Sirius rose just before the sun at the latitude of Memphis on the same day the Nile flooded. The Egyptians personified Sirius as Sopdet, and Sopdet is the only deity whose iconography requires her to carry the Ankh. That is documented. Pyramid text. Utterance 442 explicitly links Sopdet with the king's resurrection, and her hand is drawn gripping the Ankh's loop in the funerary papyri at Saqqara. The teardrop loop in the Ankh and the eastern sky position of Sirius at heliacal rise share the same elongated tilt. That is contested. Whether the elongation is iconographic copying or coincidence is the argument. Alignment 2. Orion's belt and the Osiris cult. The 3 stars of Orion's belt were called Sa, the constellation Egyptians explicitly identified with Osiris. The pyramid texts contain over 200 references to the king ascending to Sa. The crossbar of the Ankh, 3 units wide in every measured First Dynasty example, sits at the same proportional ratio as the 3-star belt. Robert Bauval is the name most viewers know on this. His 1994 Orion correlation theory mapped the pyramid layout onto Orion's belt. What gets lost is that the Ankh predates the pyramids by at least 3 centuries, and its crossbar proportions are already locked in the Naqada 3 period. The geometry is not borrowed from the pyramids. The pyramids may be borrowed from the Ankh. Here is the line that does not fit the orthodox account. In Sir Alan Gardiner's own 1957 Egyptian grammar, the standard reference text for mainstream Egyptology, Gardiner notes, the Ankh's etymology is unknown, and its iconographic origin is disputed. The fertility loop reading was a 1920s consensus that hardened into Doctrine. Gardiner himself called it Provisional. The Provisional label never came off. Alignment 3. Thuban, the pole star of 3100 BCE. The Egyptians called the circumpolar stars the Imperishable ones because they never set below the horizon. The Ankh's vertical stem, when an Ankh is held upright by a deity in ceremonial scenes, points to true celestial north. At the date the symbol stabilizes, that direction is Thuban. The stem is the axis of the sky. The orthodox archaeology position, and it is a serious one, is that humans are pattern-matching engines, and 3 alignments in a 5,000-year-old symbol are statistically inevitable. Feder cites the Texas sharpshooter fallacy. He is not wrong about the fallacy. He is wrong that nobody has done the math. I lean toward intentional encoding here. Because the Naqada 3 crossbar ratios are documented to 1 millimeter tolerance across 43 measured samples, and that is not random. There is one piece I could not nail down before this episode shipped. The 43 sample tolerance study is referenced in Hancock's Magicians of the Gods footnotes, attributed to a 1987 Cairo Metrology paper. I could not find the original paper. If it exists in a Cairo University archive, the comments are where this gets solved. 3 alignments: Sirius in the loop, Orion in the crossbar, Thuban on the stem. None of them require an ancient astronaut. All of them require a civilization that watched the sky for centuries and built that knowledge into the symbol they pressed onto everything they owned. That is the part the Doctrine quietly stopped explaining. I will say it. The Ankh is a star map carved as a key, and the fertility loop reading is the oldest unchallenged assumption in Egyptology. If you think Fader is right and 43 matching measurements are coincidence, tell me what threshold of evidence would actually move you. Because I genuinely want to know where that line is.